Welcome to Himani Coaching Center. We are committed to simplify concepts and amplify confidence of all the students who are watching our videos to learn maths, physics, and chemistry. Today we are going to do some important questions from previous year board papers for quadratic equation for class 10th, ICSE and CBSE board. So let us look at first question. It says two water taps together can fill a tank in 7 by 8 hours. The tap with the longer diameter takes 2 hours less than the tap with the smaller one to fill the tank separately. Find the time in which each tap can fill the tank separately. Now these questions, what we do, let us assume the volume of the tank be V. Okay, so let us say this is a tank whose volume is V. And let us assume that the smaller tank takes X hours. So we will say the smaller, okay, tap, let us say takes X hours to fill the tap, to fill the tank. Yeah. Now, if it is taking X hour to fill the tank, then the smaller tap in 1 hour, how much of the tank it will fill? It will fill V by X. Okay. Now let us look at the tap with longer diameter. So let us name it as larger tap or bigger tap. Since it is taking 2 hours less, so it will fill the tank in x minus 2 hours. Okay. So the larger tap in 1 hour, how much part of the tank it would fill? It will fill V over x minus 2 part of the tank. Correct? So I'm writing this as tap 1 or pipe 1. I mean, these questions can come for pipe also. So let us name it as tap 1, tap 2. So in 1 hour, if both T1 and T2 are filling the tank, what part of the tank will they fill? They will fill V by X plus V by X minus 2. Okay. This is what they will do if both the taps are opened together to fill the tap. Now the question tells us that both of these can fill the tank in 7 by 8 hours. So let us do this. So T1 plus T2 fill the tank in 7 by 8 hours. So 7 by 8 hours is 15 by 8 hours. So that means T1 plus T2 in 1 hour, what part of the tank they will fill? V divided by 15 by 8, which would be 8 by 15V. Now we have got the equation for T1 and T2 filling the tank in 1 hour in terms of variable as well as in terms of numbers given in the question. So let us bring them together. So we will say that V over X plus V over X minus 2 should be equal to 8 by 15V. We can take V common and so that will just go away. So 1 over X plus 1 over X minus 2 is equal to 8 by 15V. This V and V cut each other. We are left with this equation which can be converted into quadratic. Now X and X minus 2 are the two denominators. We have got unlike fraction, so we will have to do the LCM. So this fraction requires x minus 2 here. So we need to multiply the numerator also with x minus 2. The other fraction is having x minus 2 requires to be multiplied with x. So we get x minus 2 plus x over x minus 2 times x, which is equal to 8 over 15. Okay, now let us simplify and let me create some space for solving the next part of the question. So let us keep it here. So we have x plus x, which is 2x. So 2x minus 2 divided by x square minus 2x. which is equal to 8 over 15. We can do cross multiplication. So we will have 15 times 2x, which is 30x. 15 times minus 2 is a minus 30. 8 times x square is an 8x square, and 8 times minus 2x is minus of 16x. Now, since there is a variable with a power of 2, so this is a quadratic equation. So we need to bring everything to one side and solve the quadratic equation. So 8x square minus 16x, 30x goes to other side, it will become minus 30x. Minus 30 goes to other side, it will become plus 30, which is equal to 0. So we get that 8x square minus of 46x plus 30 equals 0. All the numbers are divisible by 2, so let us do that to make the calculation simpler. Though it can be done without this step also, but this makes it simpler. Okay, now what is the product here? See, product is coefficient of x square, which is 4, and times constant, which is 15. So product is 60. Sum is coefficient of x, which is minus 23. Factors of 60, which can give 23, minus 23, as the sum is minus 20 and minus 3. Okay, so we can just do that and write this as 4x square minus 20x minus 3x plus 15 equals 0. Take 4x common from these two. So we have got x minus 5 here, and then we take minus 3 common and we get another x minus 5 here. So we have got x minus 5 times 4x minus 3, which is equal to 0, which gives us x minus 5 equals 0, or x is 5. That is, time taken by the smaller tap should be 5 hours, or 4x minus 3 equals 0, which is 4x equals 3 and x equals 3 by 4. Now we are given that the bigger tap takes 2 hours less than the smaller one. So in the first case, the tap 2 will do 5 minus 2, 3 hours. Okay. But if we come here and the moment I do 3 by 4 minus 2, you will get an answer in minus, which we will reject. So our answer would be x equals 5 hours. Okay. So you can pause the video and do the question yourself, which will help you understand the steps. Okay. Now let us move to the next kind of question. It says a train travels 360 km at a uniform speed. If the speed had been 5 km per hour more, it would have taken 1 hour less for the same journey. Find the speed of the train. So students, what here we will do is, we know that speed is equal to distance by time. Okay. What is speed? Rate of change of distance. Okay, we do that in physics. So from here we can also say that time should be equal to distance divided by speed, and this is what we are going to use. We are saying time t equals d by s, distance by speed. Okay, in physics we use different terminology, but in maths I am just writing d as distance and speed as s. Okay. Now let us go to the question and try doing this. So we will use the same concept. I am just erasing this. So now let us assume that the original speed of the train be x kilometer per hour. So we are saying let the original speed be x kilometer per hour. Distance the train is traveling is given to us as 360 kilometer. So time taken, let us say t1, would be what? Distance, which is 360, divided by speed, which is x. So t1 is 360 by x hour. Now, since the speed has become 5 kilometer per hour more, so that means my speed has now become x plus 5 kilometer per hour. So time t2 should be what? Distance, which is 360 by x plus 5. Now it says if the speed was more, the journey would have taken 1 hour less. So now understand, here this train is going slow, here it is going fast. So this time should be T1 is greater than T2. So according to question, T1 minus T2 is equal to 1. Okay. So this is what we have got. So let us now make the equation and solve this. So we will write that 360 over x minus 360 over x plus 5, which is equal to 1. Sometimes in the question they give time as in minutes, so convert that into hours by dividing it by 60. That's very, very important. Keep that thing in mind. Now let us again make some space to solve this question. So I'll keep it here. Now what can I do? See, I can take 360 common. Okay, let me do it from this. So I am taking 360 common. So we are left with 1 by x minus 1 by x plus 5, which is equal to 1. Now, unlike fractions, so I need to make them like. So this requires to be multiplied with x plus 5 in the denominator. Same should be done in the numerator. This needs to be multiplied with an x here. So same should be done in the numerator. So we get 360 x plus 5 minus x over x times x plus 5, which is equal to 1. Now x and minus x will cut each other. 360 into 5 will give us 5 6 are 30, 3 are 15, 1800, and over x square plus 5x, which is equal to 1, which will give us x square plus 5x equals 1800, or we can make it x square plus 5x minus 1800 equals 0. So this is the quadratic equation which we get. Now we need to solve this. So for this again, let us create some space and we will solve it. Okay, and let us keep it here. Okay, we have already noted the question. So now we are doing this, and let us shift this also up. Now let us focus on the equation which we have got. The equation which we have got is x square plus 5x minus 1800, which is equal to 0. Okay. Now if we want to solve this, we can use the quadratic formula. So let us compare it with ax square plus bx plus c equals 0. A, which is coefficient of x square, is 1. B, which is coefficient of x, is plus 5. C, which is constant, is a minus 1800. And what is the formula which we use? We say x equals minus b plus minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. So if we do that, so we will get minus 5 plus minus b square, which is 25, minus 4 into 1 into minus 1800. Okay, and divided by 2 into 1, which is just 2. Now minus into minus is a plus, so we are getting minus 5 plus minus root of, so 18 times 4 is 72, so 7200, and plus 25, so 7225 divided by 2. Okay, now 7225 square root is going to be 85. Okay, how am I doing this so fast? We have done a video on how to find square roots very fast. I would want you to see that video because that will help you. Okay, so now we have got the square root. So I'll give the link for that video on how to find square roots fast. You should go and watch that. And x equals minus 5 plus minus 85 by 2. So minus 5 plus 85 by 2 is 80 by 2, which is 40 kilometer per hour. Okay. And then the other answer would be minus 5 minus 85 by 2, the answer is coming in negative, so which we will reject. So the answer is 40 kilometers per hour. Okay, so this is how we solve these kind of questions. Yeah, now let us go to the next question. It says a train travels at a certain average speed for a distance of 54 kilometer, then travels a distance of 63 kilometer at an average speed of 6 kilometer per hour more than the first speed. If it takes 3 hours to complete the total journey, what is the first speed? So see, we are going to use the same concept that time equals distance by speed. So we will say, okay, let the original speed of the train be x kilometer per hour. So accordingly, T1 should be what? T1 should be 54 by x hour. Why? Because the train covered 54 kilometer with this speed. Now the question says it travels another distance of 63 kilometer at a speed of 6 kilometer per hour more than the first speed. Now first speed is x and more is plus. So x plus 6 kilometer per hour. So T2 is what? Distance, which is 63 divided by speed, which we just said, that is x plus 6. So total time taken, that means T1 plus T2 is given to us as 3. So 3 hours it takes. So now our job is to make the quadratic equation. So 54 by x plus 63 by x plus 6 is equal to 3. Okay. Now let us do the LCM thing. So this is denominator x, this is x plus 6, needs to multiply with x plus 6 here. Same happens to the numerator. Okay. Need to multiply this with an x, same happens with the numerator. So now what we get is this. We get 54 times x, which is 54x. Now 54 times 6, so 6 4s are 24, 6 5s are 30, so you get 324 plus 63x divided by, now x into x is an x square and 6 into x is 6, which is equal to 3. Okay. Now we will do what? We'll just cross multiply. Again, we will need some space. So let me create that. We already did the read the question, so we can keep it aside for a while. And we take the numbers which we need. Okay. So we are taking the numbers which are, now see, 54x plus 63x. So 4 and 3, 7, 5 and 6, 11. So we get 117x plus 324 equals 3 into x square is a 3x square. 3 into 6x is a 18x. Okay. Again, we have got a quadratic equation. So we need to solve that. So let us keep it here and try solving it here only. So I will do what? 3x square plus 18x. 117x goes to other side becomes minus 117x plus 324 goes to other side becomes minus 324 equals 0. Okay. Now we have 3x square, 117 and 18. So 117 and minus 17 is 100. And then we are so going one more. So that is minus of 99x minus 324 equals 0. Now, if you notice, all the numbers are divisible by 3. So let's do that. So we get x square minus of 33x minus 108, which is equal to 0. Okay. Now, with this, we can again use the quadratic formula to solve the question. So let us do that. So we have, okay, and other, if you guys want to try middle term splitting, you can do that. But one word of caution, if you get the middle term splitting within first 3 4 seconds in the exam, then you should try it. Otherwise, just go ahead and use the quadratic formula, because that will be faster. Okay, that becomes bit more faster. Okay, now 108, if you do the prime factors, so it would be 3 threes are 9, and this, in fact, this only gives me the answer. 36 and 3 can give me minus 33. I will do minus 36 plus 3. So I will have x square minus 36x plus 3x minus 108, which is equal to, then we do x into x minus 36 plus 3 common, and again x minus 36. So we get x minus 36 times x plus 3 equals 0, which will give us either x minus 36 is 0 or x is 36 kilometer per hour, which was the question. The other answer would be invalidated because you are getting speed as negative. So this is how we solve questions on speed. Now let us move to the last question for this video. Here we are given a motorboat question. Again, this question also comes a lot in the boards. So it is a motorboat whose speed is 24 kilometer in still water, takes 1 hour more to go 32 kilometer upstream than to return downstream. Okay, to the same spot. Find the speed of the motorboat. Now, before we do the question, first let us understand the meaning of upstream and downstream. See, upstream is when we are going against the flow, okay? And downstream means we are going with the flow, okay? So when we are going, so let us say, just in terms of understanding, so let us say that speed in still water is x kilometer per hour and speed of stream is y. Okay, so I am saying, let me write still water and steam speed of stream. So if the speed of boat in still water is x kilometer per hour while the stream is flowing at y kilometer per hour, in upstream the speed would be x minus y because we are the boat or the ship is traveling against the flow. While in case of downstream, the total speed would be x plus y kilometer per hour. So this is a concept which you have to keep in mind. Okay. Now let us use the same concept in this question and try solving. Okay. So upstream, downstream. So upstream, downstream, or in sometimes you will get question if a plane is flying or a bird is flying. So there is headwind. Headwind is upstream. The wind is the bird or the plane is flying against the wind. So it would be x minus y. And tailwind will become x plus y, the speed. Okay. The concept remains the same. Now, since the motorboat's speed in still water is given, x is given to us, let us take the speed of stream as y kilometer per hour. Okay, I can take x also, but since I used x kilometer for this for speed in still water, so let us keep it y. So if the speed of stream is y kilometer per hour, so let us first figure out what would be the speed upstream. It should be 24 minus y kilometer per hour. Okay. Similarly, speed downstream should be 24 plus x kilometer per hour. Okay, once you understand this step, then the question becomes easy. Now the concept is same. The motorboat is traveling some distance. It takes 1 hour more to go 32 kilometer upstream than to return downstream. So if it is going 32 kilometer upstream, that is the distance. So time taken would be what? 32 by 24 minus y. When it is coming back, That becomes downstream. So time taken then would be 32 by 24 plus x. Okay. So that is the concept which we are going to use. So now let us solve the question. So it takes 1 hour more to go 32 km upstream. So let us find time taken upstream. So TU would be 32 over 24 minus y, and TD downstream is 32 over 24 plus y. Okay, let me make it y here. So the question says the upstream takes 1 hour more. That means time upstream minus time downstream is equal to 1. So let us frame the equation. So we will have 32 over 24 minus y minus 32 over 24 plus y, which is equal to 1. And this is what the equation we have. we have. Okay. Now let us solve this equation. So let us create some space first. Okay, let us ignore this part and solve the question here. So I can take 32 common and we are left with 1 over 24 minus y minus 1 over 24 plus y equals to 1. Now we do the LCM. So we will have 32 24 plus y minus 24 minus y divided by 24 minus y times 24 plus y, which is equal to 1. This minus and then bracket sign is there. That's very important. Many students make mistakes here. When you open the bracket, the signs will change for both the numbers. So inside, what will we get now? So we have 32. In the numerator, you have 24 plus y minus 24 and plus y. Minus into minus is a plus. A minus b into a plus b is a square minus b square. 24 square is 576 and minus y square, which is equal to 1. So this 24 and 24 cut each other. 2y into 32 will become 64y. This gets cross multiplied and we get equal to 576 minus y square. So again we will make a quadratic. Minus y square comes to the left hand side, becomes y square. 64y is in its own place, plus 576 comes to other side, becomes minus 576. Okay. So this is the equation which we have to now solve. Okay. Now we have to do solution of this, and I will need bit more space. So let's do this, and just a second, bring it here. Now, so let us do prime factors of 576 divisible by 2. So what will you get? 2 2s are 4, 2 8s are 16, 2 8s are 16. Again divisible by 2, 144. Again divisible by 2, and you get 2 7s are, and this. Okay. So this is what we get. We can do this again 36 like that, but let us take the combination. What do we want? We want the product to be minus 576 and sum should be plus 64. So if you look, 2 2s are 4, 2s are 8, 8 and 72 can give me 64. Okay, and I need plus 64, so the combination should be 72 and minus 8. So 72 minus 8 gives 64. Yes. 72 into minus 8, does it give minus 576? Yes. So that is the combination we are going to use. So y square plus 72y minus 8y minus 576, which is equal to 0. Take y common. So y plus 72 minus 8 again y plus 72, which is equal to 0. It will give us y plus 72 times y minus 8 equals 0. So it will give us what? Either y is minus 72, rejected because speed cannot be negative, or y is 8, which is the speed of the stream. So that is the answer. Y equals 8 kilometer per hour is the speed of the stream. Students, I hope you enjoyed this video. So please like the video if you like the content. Also, if you are watching the channel for the first time, do subscribe to the channel. Press the bell icon so that you regularly get updated when the new videos are made. And please share the video with your friends. Thank you for watching our video.